Hey, hello everybody, this is Purge, and I'm bringing you guys a new special little series that I've thought up here. It's going to be similar to my How to Outlane Noobs video that I made before, but I thought about it after some of the comments, and when I made that, and I can make it much better than I did previously. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start off with a dual progression between two heroes. Currently we have Kronos going to be playing a Leshrac, and Twisco is going to be playing a twin-headed dragon. They are about equal skill, and what's going to happen is we're going to watch a 10 to 13 minute game of them dueling each other mid, and then I'm going to swap out for whoever loses. We're going to also talk on Ventrilo with them about how they felt the matchup was, and then I will then play one of those heroes against whoever won previously. Ideally, I will outlane the crap out of them. I can talk about why and what I did differently and my motivations behind my choices. And then finally, for the last round, I'm going to swap out the other hypothetical bad player with somebody like Dami, which I'll probably record at a separate time sometime soon. And then you guys can see, at the very least, high level, and once again, not saying I'm a professional level player or that I'm as good as Dami, but at the very least, a high level skill dueling mid where all decisions are made correctly. I mean, there will be mistakes and things, but generally decisions will be at the utmost importance. Now, the cool thing that we're going to get out of this as a 1v1 game is that the game is very limited in its chaos amount. So the chaos amount meaning if there's a 5v5 situation going on and I solo mid against somebody and I own the crap out of them, like they have no chance of coming back, it doesn't matter, because unless I can directly influence the game with my advantage there, my advantage doesn't make a big difference. If you're in a 1v1 situation and you have like 3 times the goal of somebody, there's virtually no way that they can come back from that. So this allows us to have a very refined environment that lets us easily analyze the differences and the advantages. And that's very important. So it makes it much easier to understand what's going on. So we're going to be making all of our decisions based on a 1 versus 1 situation. Unfortunately, we can't turn on only middle, so there will be top and bottom towers coming into effect here. But the only other specifications that are coming different is that you are allowed to enable cheats to grab an animal courier and a flying courier. That's the only extra stuff that you can purchase. So I think that is about it. So we will be heading into the game shortly, and I will just tell them to resume. I'm not going to be hearing anything that they say here, and I can just kind of cover and talk about a couple things. So, okay, go. That is all chat. All right, so game is being unpaused here. Once again, Kronos is going to be playing a Leshrac, and Twisco is going to be playing a twin-headed dragon or a Jakiro. So, a couple things. Every hero obviously has 3 basic skills. This is very important because this changes what you want to do in these situations. So this may not be like, oh my god, did he accidentally... Okay, good, he recently accidentally bought a slipper. Oh my god, he did actually buy it again. Is he doing this on purpose? I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but I'm just going to let that slide. Alright, anyways. Every hero has 3 basic skills. I know that you guys already know this, but this is very important because this affects, in all matters of the game, how you want to play your hero in this 1 versus 1 situation. You don't have to worry about the mid game. You don't have to worry about the mid to late game or even the early to mid game. You're talking about the first 10 to 12 minutes of the game, which is almost always the laning stage, depending on what skill level you're at. Some people stay in their lanes longer than others, but basically what's going down is you have to make your decisions, and you're not really expecting to hit level 11 probably. It's probably not going to happen. So what you need to do is make good choices that are going to affect the game well for your team, or for yourself really. So Jakiro goes for a dual breath here, and Kronos is going to be picking up Lightning Storm. I think these are decent decisions. If I was playing in either of these matchups, both of them are going to have to be concerned about obviously trying to outlast hit the opponent. There are pushing elements to both of these heroes, which surprisingly. So what they have to say, both of these guys, they have to look at their hero and say, what are the strengths of my hero? Jakiro has AoE damage, he has a disable, and he has pushing power, which is cool. Leshrac has damage, disable, more damage, and tower pushing power. So they both have equal parts pushing power approximately. Leshrac's is probably a little bit more strong, assuming Twisco is not there. So hopefully they will both decide to go for semi-pushing power, since they both obviously have that good counteraction from one another. Twisco will probably want to max out his dual breath first, and Kronos may want to I'm thinking maybe just 1 split earth and max out Lightning Storm or Diabolic Edict. That's what I would probably do in this matchup. As we see them play here, We'll be getting a little bit more inference on what is the best item decisions to make, but so far I'm expecting, I'm not really sure who's going to win this. It could go both ways. I've seen them duel before, like I saw a Warlock versus a Lifestealer, and that worked out very nice. I believe the Lifestealer ended up winning, and then I played a Warlock and I just outlaned the crap out of Twisco, partially because my last hitting is much better, but also because I adjusted my skill and item build based on the hero I was fighting, which is something that Kronos didn't do at the time. So if we currently look at the item builds they went for, Jakiro went heavy stats with a single tango. He picked up a Slippers of Agility. That is an absolute waste. I'm expecting him probably to get a Ring of Aquila or something. Maybe that's why he did grab that, but I'm not quite sure. Twisco is being smart. He's going to use his Flying Courier to scout out runes and things. There's an invisibility bot, and what Kronos did, he actually bought a Wards at level 1 just to get vision of the rune. So downside is rune did not spawn top, so it will be bottom. And as a result, his ward isn't really doing a whole lot right now. So if he wants to go check it, he's going to have to run all the way bottom here. Now let's check some CS so far. Kronos is at 3-2, Twisco is at 8-0. So he's doing very good, but Kronos' denies are a little bit better. But either way, Jakiro is going to be up just a little bit in the gold graph here. Oh man, there's so many buttons to press. 200 gold advantage now for Twisco because he's getting those last hits. Neither one of these guys has spammed an ability yet. And Kronos now 2 levels of Diabolic Edict. I do not like this skill build choice so far, because what this is going to do is be 2 skill points that he's just simply not using. If he had 2 Lightning Storms, he could be getting last hits with the Lightning Storms and push the creep wave up to the tower, at least to possibly do some damage. He's going to go grab or check the bot rune. It will be an invisibility. He could actually get in position with the Diabolic Edict off of this, which could be quite nice. He's going to throw the ward up. That's kind of a mistake. Not really a good reason to have both wards up at the same time, because I mean, hypothetically, he's going to know which ward is up at all times, but on the downside is he's going to run out of rune, or he's going to run out of wards around 8 minutes. So he's going to go on the high ground here. He's going to be missing some last hits while he stands here. We'll see if he gets in position on Twisco. I don't know if Twisco had vision of that or not, but he did send his courier back to make a Wraith Band as well as a Boots. There's Dami being confused. He doesn't know what's going on, but there's the Wraith Band, there's the Boots. That is 6 agility, not really that worth it. And Kronos still looking for it. He actually gets a stun off. He's going for the Diabolic Edict, but he's going to run in tower range here. This is a little dangerous. Comes out for the Ice Path, though, and the Dual Breath. And Twisco's actually taking good damage. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh my god. Oh my god, first blood. He does get the first blood. Alright, so sorry about the rapid screen movement, guys. Forgot that it was set pretty high. So, pretty big mistake made by Twisco there. First of all, Kronos runs within tower range, takes 1 or 2 hits, backs up smartly. And then the important part was that Twisco went all in. He dropped the Ice Path, he did the Dual Breath, and he stood within the Diabolic Edict range. So this was a mistake made by Twisco there. He runs into range. Diabolic Edict did tons of damage. Tons of damage. And he just ate it. You know, he almost got a kill, but he wasn't that close. And now Leshrac has a level advantage. He picks up Boots and a Magic Wand. I don't really like the fast Magic Wand here. There's not going to be a ton of casting coming out of Jakiro, at least not enough to warrant the fast Magic Wand. I would almost argue that a Magic Wand in any 1v1 situation is almost always not worth it, unless you're fighting a hero like Zeus or Batrider or someone that spams a lot of spells. Wand is amazing in the mid game in team fights when you have 5 heroes casting spells, but in early games I don't think it's as big of an issue. So Kronos now doing a little bit of Rune Horn. He's going to grab an Illusion Rune. This is great. If he can keep these alive, he's going to have extra bonus damage. He should be able to get an advantage out of this. But let's look at the graph. So far, Kronos' last hitting absolutely inadequate compared to Twisco's. He's at 15-1, so he's winning the lane by that alone. And if we look at the gold graph, this one, it's broke even though he did get that first blood. All of that gold advantage has now gone away towards Twisco. So Twisco's probably saying like, oh man, I'm behind. He's going to have an EXP advantage. He has a level 6 versus a level almost 5. But that doesn't really matter at some point. If Twisco can then even up the kill graph, then things are going to be much, much closer. So, still no denying coming on there, and he's going to get that last hit there at least. Yeah, just really not a lot of denying coming from Kronos. He's doing a little bit of harass, and Twisco now picking up level 5. I wish he had at least 1 level Liquid Fire. 2 levels of Ice Path is simply not worth it. Look at the scaling, 0.33 extra seconds of disable duration. That's not going to be useful against Kronos. I can guarantee you that much against a Leshrac. He needs to get early Liquid Fire. I would almost even argue that you could get away without getting an Ice Path. Probably would just do a single Ice Path.
Not for you.
Okay, where are you at, Dami? Where are you at? Oh my god, I don't want Alright, there we go. So, Liquid Fire, very, very good at tower pushing. It provides a AoE attack speed slow. You can throw it on towers, you can do damage to towers, and finally, the dual breath is happening. I also want Twisco to get some kind of mana regen. If he has mana regen, he can spam the dual breath. And maybe even something like a Soul Ring might be an option. A Soul Ring with some extra HP regen on top of that might be really good, just so that he can spam the dual breaths. He can clear each wave, and by essence that way, clear the creep wave, and that'll get him within tower range, which will allow him to do liquid fire damage. So if I was Twisco playing the Twin-Headed Dragon, that's what I would do. Kronos is going to grab a regen rune bottom. I don't like what he just did there. His mana and his HP were virtually full. If you're in a solo mid situation, you see the regen up. You want to spend your mana till it's empty, then go grab the regen, then swing back to your lane. I think that would be a much better decision. He's got boots with the Tango and a wand currently, and it looks like he's going to be going for phase boots, which I think is a decent idea, especially with the Diabolic Edict here, but he's going to throw a stun, not going to miss or he's not going to hit anything there. Now 26 last hits for Twisco. It's up to 900 gold, 170, or sorry, hoping he's making an Aqua. That would at least make it a little bit better, but we'll see. He still hasn't spent his money. He's got 1k, which is pretty weird. Maybe he's going to go for Arcane. You know what would be really good, I think? How about like a Tranquil Boots with a Soul Ring? I think that would be very good on a Jakiro. It's going to give him nice little HP regen, as well as that burst HP, and when he uses a Soul Ring, he can actually cast a lot there. I think that would be actually really ideal, especially because Jakiro has high base HP, as you can see, it's up to 900 HP here. I think if I'm playing Jakiro next round, I'm going to go for that. He's going to actually need to pick up a Phase Boots here, which is actually going to give him very good last hitting power, and good movement speed as well, so I think that's kind of good as well. So I'm probably just going to feel things out. I'll tell you guys, I'll tell him when to stop most likely. But part of the problem here, Kronos is far behind in last hitting. Twisco is pretty much just outlasting the crap on him. And look at this, Kronos spamming a level 1 Lightning Storm. Not a good decision at all. He's got the Diabolic Edict maxed out, but he's not leveraging that. Now he's not really sure which ability he wants to pick up. He has Pulse Nova as well, also a mistake. You do not want to pick up the skill this early because you don't have the mana to afford the cost. And it only does 66 damage per second. There's an Ice Path though. And Kronos looking for a rune. There is actually a rune top. He's not paying attention though, and still hasn't been able to pick up a phase boost. So, thus far, Twisco's at a pretty large advantage. Once again, throwing his Lightning Storm. 0 mana regen though. Absolutely no bonus coming out of that. He's going to even pop his wand because he wants the extra 2 charges. If you're going to go for lightning spam, you got to pick up those Blades of Attack. So, I'm sorry, not the Blades of Attack. Got to pick up those early Lightning Storms. He did get that first blood, but once again, just getting so out-farmed that it doesn't even matter. And the advantage just constantly is climbing in his favor as he outlast hits and out-denies him. Even as a hero like Leshrac, you don't even need to necessarily rely on your physical damage to get those last hits. You can just use the Lightning Storm. Because think of it this way, if you can lower somebody's HP to 145, or 144 even, you can just cast Lightning on them and it last hits them. No hero is going to be able to outlast hit your magic spells. Nobody has that much damage to outlast hit you or deny your last hits until late game. He's going to have an illusion now, so hopefully he will be able to pick up an advantage here, but he really needs to get some good farm. Also, Tony not spending his money is at 900 gold, probably isn't quite sure what he wants to buy, but he should buy something. I think a Ring of Aquila would be very smart as well. That's going to allow your allies, your creeps, to get some more HP, or I'm sorry, some more armor, which will then help you push, because once again, killing a tower or just out-farming your opponent are both bonuses. And since both these guys have very strong pushing capabilities, I think they should be a lot more concerned with doing some pushing. There is finally a dual breath coming out of Twisco. He's spending his mana. He's going to get stunned though. And I'm sure Leshrac is thinking about throwing the lightning, but it's not really going to accomplish very much. So once again, still only level 2 there. He has 1 Tango remaining. Neither of these heroes grabbed a bottle either. A bottle would also be very good in this situation. If either one would be bottling up and doing a lot of rune whoring, that would be a huge advantage. If Leshrac had a bottle plus he had an observer ward up, he would still have an advantage. I'm gonna wait till they stop fighting and then I will just type that in. So he's gonna pick up a haste rune now. If either one of these guys had a bottle, I think if I was playing in this game, I would say Leshrac bottle 100% for sure. Jakiro's a little different. His mana costs are very high for dual breath. much less Lightning Storm at least. Lightning Storm 145 at the max level, and Dual Breath is at 170. So I think a Soaring Tranquil Boots is something I would probably try out on a Jakiro just to see if it works out nice. And he finally picks up the Liquid Fire. He actually is going to pick up his ulti as well. I don't necessarily agree with this, but we'll see how it goes. Still only 1 kill left. This guy's kind of derping around. I think that's the best way to describe this soloing situation so far. And I'm gonna assume that Jakiro is gonna win this team fight, or that Jakiro is gonna win this fight, based on his farm alone. And there we go. Kronos now maxing out Split Earth yet. He's a little indecisive about what he wants to go for. He could have a max level Lightning Storm right now, doing 265 damage per hit. Neither one of these guys really knows how to push very well, and neither of them has spent money on mana regen still. 1,500 gold now in Twisco. If you guys are in a solo situation, if he's got 1,500 in the bank, this is no different than him never farming that 1,500 gold. He is equal in strength to what he would be if he didn't have the money. And now he's going to go check the rune. It does spawn in 1 second. He is going to grab that. It's DD. Chachi is observing, of course, if you were curious. He might be able to come behind and get a kill here. We will see. Jakiro's got pretty high HP. They both have phase boots here. And here he comes. He's going to be doing the Diabolic Edict. He's going for the stun first. He just needs to get close. I think this was a mistake. Should have just ran straight in. There's the Ice Path, and here comes the Edict. But his damage is too much. The Macro Pyre as well, just way too much AoE magic damage coming out of Jakiro. And Leshrac has how much survivability? None. He's got 3 strength from his magic wand. He probably got 3 charges there, and that is not going to be enough to save him. So that is pretty much partially because of his farm being adequate. If he just dodged the Macro Pyre, I think, that probably did a good decent chunk of damage, 200 or 300 damage probably. I think it's probably a smart pickup early in the game here against the Leshrac. If you can get him disabled and do some decent damage with that, I think that's great. Yep, and Leshrac now responding. It's evened up, and let's look at the gold graph and difference. I'm going to probably wait till 1 more kill. I think if Twisco scores another kill or takes the tower, that's going to be a game. So he does spend his money apparently, finally buying something. He's going to get a magic wand with a staff of wizardry, still sitting on a wraith band with ironwood branches. I don't get it. I just don't get what he's going for. I don't know if he's going to get a Dagon, if he's going to get a force staff. He's going to eat a Tango though. He's checking for a rune for some reason, even though it's 13 minutes. So he must not have seen Kronos' double damage. But he's got a Null Talisman now, picking that up, a little bit of extra stat items. That's going to give him a bigger mana pool, but is he really getting anything out of it? Not really so far. 3 levels of lightning now. And either one of these guys needs to try to push a tower. It's like the most passive solo lane ever. I'm going to give them like 1 more minute, and then I'm going to give up. And we're going to restart. Oh, he's going to spot out the Leshrac. He might go for this kill, but his mana's pretty low is the only downside. He could actually get picked off right now. And it looks like he's going to wait for it. It will be bot lane, though. And I think Twisco scouts it out, so he's been doing a little bit of courier checking as well. He's being very smart about that. There he goes. Cleaning up the lane. Wow, the lightning harass. Wow, it didn't bounce. Very unfortunate. And he is going to go bot. Not going to use his phase boots to get there, though. Alright, 1 minute tops, and then I'm backing out of this shit. This is getting boring. Haste. Max Ice Path. Ice Path, not a good decision. Oh my god, is he going to get a courier? He's going to score a courier. Has been killed. Well, he gets 150 gold out of that one. That's shit talk. That's not congratulations. Alright, we're going to back out. Alright, so... Alright, we're going to stop now. This is getting too boring. Nothing's going to happen here. If we look at Tony's advantage, 1,500 gold, I'm going to give him the win easily. He has too much farm. I don't see... That's great. I don't care if you have your Yule Scepter, man. He doesn't have... A Yule Scepter is a weird item. Yeah, he's not even, like, planning out right. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Okay. Alright, so we are going to back on out of this game. I'm going to give Tony the win. He out-farmed, first of all. He won the team fights. But out-farming was the biggest part of it, so... Alright, we're going to leave the game. I'm going to unmute my Ventrilo. Alright, you guys there?
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, Ryan. You got severely outlast hit. That was the biggest problem. Neither of you guys necessarily made really strong actions either way, but how do you guys think it went as a whole?
It was okay. I think my last hitting was okay, but I could have done more, I think. And I should have watched my health. When he attacked me there, I just assumed I was going to outpower him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did double damage. No,
I knew he had invis.
It was just the diabolic edict does a ton of damage. That was your mistake. Ryan, how did you feel like...
Yeah, I know, I should have...
How did you feel like that went for you? Did you feel like you were at a disadvantage in the hero matchup?
Well, I felt the hero matchup was even. I just sucked total dick in last hitting.
I'm gonna turn him up just a little bit here. Okay, I think you both had inefficiencies in your skill builds. You both definitely had inefficiencies in your item builds, and I think that would have made a big difference either way. So, I'll swap in for Leshrac now, and Tony, you can play another twin-headed dragon. Sound good?
Oh, jeez. Alright.
Alright, so let's remake the lobby. I will create one. Latest, enable cheats, all pick. Let's do east. Save settings, create lobby. Alright, lobby's up.
Oh, I just
Dude, that is OP.
You killed him?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just want to all that.
Okay. I would have kept watching, but you guys were boring as shit for like 4 minutes there, so.
Yeah, I know. Well, Diabolic Edict really eats me away, like, that's tough to deal with.
You guys should hurry up. Or at least Tony. Ryan, I don't know if you want to observe or not.
Yeah, I'm coming in. Hold on. I don't know, I was just too scared to engage him. I felt if I engaged more with Edict, I might have been able to do something. But,
yeah, you guys both needed to clear the creep waves and push on towers, because you both had good tower destroying skills, but you didn't really utilize them correctly, so. Alright, I'm going to mute you guys again, and then I will, we can start the game out and go ahead and throw a 370 for your courier and flying courier, okay?
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Muting Ventrilo, so I don't have to hear that anymore. We are going to load into the game. I'm going to pick a Leshrac. I'm going to probably get one stun, lots of Diabolic Edict, and lots of lightning. I'm probably going to grab a fast bottle. Basically, I'm not expecting to need a lot of stun. I might not even skill quite yet, so I'm going to go gold 370. And then I'm going to buy a courier and a flying courier. Alright, and starting item build. I could probably do a little bit of early Rune Horn. I'm not too worried about dying to him. Last sitting power is probably a concern, so why don't I go like... I'm just going to buy... It might be a waste to buy Ironwood Branches at all, but... I think I'm going to go pretty heavy on that. I think I'm just going to sit like this. This is going to get me a little closer to that fast bottle. Let me see what's going on. 1 second. What's going on?
I don't know. He just left. Well, he just said he'll be back.
Okay. Alright, so, I don't really expect... Did that last game too. So, I want to go for early last hitting power, which I grabbed from this, plus 6 damage, 3 to agility, 3 to intelligence. I'm sorry, 6 intelligence, 3 to strength, 3 to agility. This gives me good last hitting power. I'm up to 53 now. Alright, I guess we are going to remake. Alright, back into the game. So I'm going to spend not all of my money. I want to stay pretty high in gold so I can get a fast bottle, because that's going to allow me to rune horror well. I want to still have good last hitting power in the early game, and I want a little bit of regen just in case things go really bad. So I'm going to gold it up here. It's going to buy me a courier and a flying courier. I'm going to go for this. There we go. This is going to allow me to keep my HP high in case he does any harass. I do have a range advantage over him because I'm range 600. He's about range 350 or 400, something like that. And once again, my skill build, I'm going to max out Edict as well as Lightning Storm. Probably going to do like 1 stun, 2 Edicts, max Lightning Storm. That'll be my skill progression as of level 7, and then after that I'll finish off Edict. So that's going to allow me Edict in case he gets in close or I get within tower range. And with Lightning Storm I can clear creep waves, get a lot of last hits, pretty much dominate the last hits hopefully, and also harass at the same time. If he goes the same skill build as the previous game, he's going to get completely screwed because I'm going to clear the creep waves. He's going to have to do his AoEs to stop the creep waves from pushing the tower. And then he's not going to have the mana regen to be able to afford that. He tried to get Eul's Scepter, but what was his item progression? He got the Staff first, and then he got the Void Stone, finally. So he could have had that mana regen at the very early game if he really wanted to. So that was pretty weird. I can also go a Ring of Basilius myself to give my creeps some extra armor, and that would also be a very good choice. So I might grab one of those as well. Item build probably boots, Basilius with a bottle, and some HP on top of that. I could go Null Talismans to give me some good survivability. I could also grab some other things as well. So creep blocking, very important. If I can keep the creep wave on my half of the river, he's going to have to fight uphill, or have to not have vision of me at all times, which is very dangerous for him. So far it looks like my block is winning, and yes indeed, I'm going to completely win the block here. And now I'm just going to kind of hang out for a little bit.
Despair.
Now it just kind of comes down to last hitting. So I'm going to throw in free attacks when I can get them.
Yes.
I accidentally let him get that last hit.
Yes.
So I actually finally outplayed him for that last hit. But certainly, currently he's a couple up on me in terms of denies and last hits.
Yes. Yes.
Now, one little trick that you can do, wait till he's getting ready to do a last hit, and then stun where he's standing. I'm going to probably pick up a Lightning here, because I want to get a 3rd level at level 3. I don't really expect to do a lot of Diabolic Edict nonsense until later.
By the impurities. So be it.
Once again, a ranged advantage over him.
Disorder.
It's very important to exact your ranged advantage over your opponents. And now I'm out-last-hitting him.
Cruelly so.
And now I just about have my bottle finished.
Forward.
Saw his cast coming.
Directly.
Oops, lost that one.
Your form debases.
Oops, messed that up. By a bottle. Haki, my hero.
Despair.
It's gonna lose me a last hit.
Trot along.
And now the casting starts. So there we go. Cast something, get a harass in. Bottle's on my way. So now what I can basically do is work everything down to a point where I can get a last hit as well as...
Yes. Yes.
So there we go, got 2 last hits.
An evil wind rises.
And I did damage to him, which I'll do again.
Very well. Talk.
And now I'm using Diabolic Edict. This is going to do some tower damage. Maybe not a whole shitload, but a decent amount.
Trot along.
Can go check out for a rune, which I'm going to luck out really hard on, so I'm going to get a regen now. This is going to allow me to spam the crap out of my opponent, and I now bottle up, so look at that. Even before the regen, I'm now at 300 HP. So now I can really leverage my bottle power.
All is chaos. I'll take that.
And what is he doing? He's spending mana just to stun me? Is that accomplishing anything at all? And the answer is no.
By the impurity.
And it's not that big of a deal to push at this point either. As long as I'm jumping hits onto him, I am a happy camper. And I can just kind of leverage on the high ground, because now he's getting scared. And I do have a regen, so my mana's completely out here. I'm going to pop it right now.
Such disorder.
I'm going to probably even... I'm going to buy a wand. I'm just going to get it over with. I want to keep my stats up. Since I'm outlaning him in farm, I'm not too concerned about this, and it just feels right. I mean, what is he even casting that for? I don't even know, man.
Waters give me strength.
Saw his dual breath coming. That one did not jump to him. That's okay.
Yes. Yes.
Scored that last hit, and here comes that.
Desolation. Cruelly so. Tied to the impurities. Desolation.
More last hits.
Very well.
There you go. I should have a rune up. It's going to be top, so I can now use my bottle.
Fight.
This is when you go grab a rune. It's when you push the creep wave past the tower.
Yes.
Alright, and I'm going to maybe try to score a kill. So I'm going to pop the invisibility. I'm going to go up to the high ground and check his mana. He actually has pretty full mana. He has a bottle as well.
Such
So
disorder.
that means, gotta make sure. I'm going to wait to get a stun off here. So if you guys are wondering what I did this there, I was waiting for him to attempt a last hit, and that was exactly when I wanted to go for mine. Once again, the lightning's bounce.
Cruel edict.
And now I can use Diabolic Edict on the tower, because I have one creep tanking it up.
Despair.
Backing it up. He does stun me, but that's okay. It doesn't do much damage.
By the impurity.
Now I can continue to leverage my item build. I'll probably go for a Basilius
Yes.
and bring that now. Got a rune spawning in 1 second.
All is chaos.
Now this is a little bit of a trade here. He could maybe score a bottle or a rune up on me right now, but as long as I push, it doesn't matter for me. Because I can Edict right now. I can do tower damage, and this is the problem with rune horns sometimes. Is that now I can give armor to my creeps. He's gonna get something. He's got a double damage, but is he gonna get extra attacks off on me?
So be it.
I don't care, man. I mean, alright, he did a lot of damage there, by all means. But I back off. I can now bottle up, and I can continue to lane.
All is chaos.
Alright, and I can bring this back to me.
So be it.
I'm going to probably bottle crow it, just to get my mana pool back up. And now I have 2 extra armor on all my creeps. My lightning is now max level.
Directly.
So it also gives me a little bit more damage as well.
A blight on the land.
Put my bottle on the courier. And then I'm going to hold shift and press T, so as soon as it gets back to base, it will then come back to me. And at this point I have quite a bit more gold than he does, so he's probably scared.
Yes.
Yeah, he just has a null talisman, no boots up on him. He's going to do the ice path again, once again wasting his mana for no contribution at all.
Yes. Opportunity.
And it bounces again. Looks like he picked up boots or something.
Trot along.
Yeah, it is going to be boots. Here is my bottle. I'm going to keep my courier here just in case I don't get the next rune. He will dual breath me. Gotta spawn soon.
Very well.
Ooh, got lucky on that one.
Than the brittle earth.
Ooh, not lucky on that one. Looks like the rune is actually bottom. But look at that. I nuke the creep wave, he's got to back up again. And he had no HP, so even if he wanted to go fight me, it would not be worth it. So I'm going to send this back because I know that I'm absolutely fine with picking this up. And
To a future
look at that. Have I lost any experience yet? Not a single one. I'm going to lose this experience, and that's it. 1 piece of experience is all I lose there because I do the AoE. I have a lot of mana, and I spam it past. Now I'm not going to be able to get both of these probably. Unless, yeah, there we go, got it. So now I can push.
Deny thrice the torment.
I'm just going to go for it.
Torment.
Dire structures are fortified.
And that was dangerous as shit. I might actually die, we'll see.
Has fallen.
Nope, he's
Your
going to
top
fuck it up.
tower is under attack.
I did have a wand as well. That was a good glyph by him.
Such disorder.
Once again, going for the old disable. Not going to score it though.
Indeed.
I'm back on up. I'm actually going to go eat a tango, swing up this way. Going to grab
Yes.
a energy booster. It's going to pick up some arcane for me.
Very well.
And where could I go from here? I've already got good push. I
Yes.
probably just want a little bit more mana regen.
All is chaos.
And once again, he spends his mana for nothing, man. Alright,
By the
rune up in
Puritans.
15 seconds.
Trot along. Two-legged freak.
There's the AoE. He keeps falling for it.
Forward. To the
Again, I'm
fight.
going to go check the rune. I will luck out.
Into the battle.
He had to defend it.
Haste.
Now I'm going to try to get a kill here.
Directly. To the fight.
I'm even going to go for it.
Such disorder.
I'm using Diabolic Edict. Easy kill. And doesn't matter that that was the first blood. Not at all. Doesn't matter.
Cruelly so.
Doesn't make a difference that that was the first kill I got on him. If you guys compare how he's doing compared to me, all I had to do was win him by, or beat him by having the gold advantage, by having the tower advantage, by having the push advantage, by having the CS advantage. I leveraged the skills that I had to be able to make an easy win, pretty much. That's right, he did get first blood farther than me, but what was the distinction? What was the difference between what Ryan did and what I did? He actually maxed his Edict out first, so that gave him that kill there. Leg. He got that kill, but did he AoE the creeps? Did he
Indeed.
score a tower kill?
Desolation.
I'm a little concerned about my HP at this point, so I think I'm going to go for some kind of HP regen.
Yes.
What I'm actually going to grab is probably going to be a hood. Is the best option that I can do. Once again, this is counteracting the best the strongest thing that he has as a player.
By the impurity.
So I'm gonna grab this. I'm going to bring this to me. I'm actually just gonna play a little safe right now. I don't even care that he just got my HP really low. As long as I'm really careful,
Two-legged abomination.
that's gonna bounce in, and we'll see if he denies the range creeps.
Your top tower
He might
is
not,
under attack.
and if he doesn't, then all right, there we go.
Forward.
I'm bringing the courier back.
Despair.
Alright, not going to get lucky for once. It is fair. I do not have...
Yes.
I don't have enough money to buy my Ring of Health quite yet, but once I do get that, I'm going to have the magic immunity. Well, not immunity, but 30% reduction to any damage that he does to me, because he's doing almost all magical.
Yes.
And that's just another, like, outpicking your opponent kind of thing that is going on here.
To a future of
Alright,
invisibility.
I'm going to pop my invisibility, go to the high ground. I'm going to send this over here to buy the Ring of Health. I'm just going to wait for him.
Directly.
His mana is pretty high, so as I stun him here...
Yes.
That was close. Looks like he is actually juking decently now.
Desolation.
Didn't get it, damn.
To the fight. Elemental gold.
Yeah. Okay.
Trot along.
Alright, Hood is coming along nicely. I'm gonna throw that lightning. And now I can just force him on back.
Such disorder. Cruelly so.
And now I have tons of HP regen. My mana regen is decent. That's probably the next thing I would want to build up a little higher. I can force him out of the lane.
Edict
Do a
of
Diabolic
death.
Edict here. He should be glyphing right now, but he's late. And Edict gets the full damage off. He can't even hit me.
Very well.
Because at this point he's just scared to get close.
By the impurities.
And once again getting every single last hit,
So be
which
it.
allows me to pretty much just dominate my lane. Doesn't even matter that I don't have high HP. Once I have this Hood, my survivability is so high that his burst damage is simply not going to get a kill. And as I pick up the second kill here with my Edict, it's going to be a good game. I'm kind of running away, trying to run away from the creeps, because they really want me dead. That was a little weird. They're not supposed to do that. Here comes the old burst. Don't really care though.
Your bottom tower has fallen. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
There's the Edict damage. Got him. Is he gonna kill me? Nope. Wand. And that's game. So, alright, so as you guys can see, Ryan Kronos had a lot of trouble with it, but it ended up I ended up leveraging my advantages, and that's why I got into the position I was. I countered all of his stuff, even at the end there when I was a little overly aggressive. It didn't really matter. The hood alone gave me enough spell resistance where he just simply couldn't touch me. So at this point I could go for a couple different items, but I'll buy a point booster just to get my survivability up, and I could probably make like a soul booster or a bloodstone next. But at this point it's completely over. There's no way he can come back from this. I have 85 CS in 15 minutes. I have 2 kills. I have 2 towers. He has no possible advantage. He actually has a tower advantage from the bot lane, which is generally uncommon. I think the Radiant usually gets their tower first, so. And it looks like I'm going to lose the bottom or top one as well. But, yep, that's the demonstration. I'm going to be switching to Dami versus Dami now. I'm going to be Leshrac. Dami will be Twin-Headed Dragon, or maybe he can be Leshrac. I can be Twin-Headed Dragon. Not quite sure what we'll go for, but, yeah, switching that now. Alright, guys, we are back for part 3. I'm going to be soloing against Dami here. I'm going to be playing Twin-Headed Dragon. I just played a Jakiro versus Twisco's Leshrac. And it made me realize that Jakiro is at a lane disadvantage big time, so I expect to get owned here by Dami, but hopefully I can use my spells to pull a little bit of a win. We might see a lot of a stalemate, actually. Once Dami gets good mana regen, we'll probably just both nuke down the creep wave and then stand there for a while as we wait for the courier, or the creep wave to come. So, but we'll see how this goes. Once again, guys, these are not necessarily the very most typical heroes ever, but I feel like as the intro episode to this is going to give you guys the best heads up about general decision-making abilities, which is really the point of this. So, alright, there is a regular courier, there's a flying courier. Last game as a Jakiro, I went the same skill build that I went for on the Leshrac. I don't necessarily think that is what I want to go for. I still want to get a magic wand, because Leshrac casts a lot of spells. I have no idea what he's about to say, but we'll see. That's funny. Alright, alright, so 3 Ironwood branches. I'm probably going to want to do some early casting. I went for a Soul Ring last game, and I thought that worked out pretty well. I think I'm actually just going to keep my items like this. I'm going to play really aggressive here. This is not a normal situation. If I was in a real 5v5, I would probably pick up a Tango as well, but I want to get a fast bottle pretty much, because that's going to allow me to Rune Whore effectively, and I can also bottle Crow as well. So I'm going to be recording it. Did you guys know that? I'm recording. Alright, so, yeah, if I was really going for a fast bottle, I would be going for a, I would have 1 Tango at least.
This is a game that you can play.
We're going to stop playing when I think it's about time. Alright, time to block semi-seriously. Oh, no! Alright, so his block was much better than mine. I probably needed to go more serious on blocking earlier on. First deny! It's pretty much a victory. Alright, he went really, really heavy HP. I don't necessarily agree with that, but... So he's doing the smart thing here. He's getting hits in on me. As I go up for last hits, he's using that range advantage. I'm going to probably try to get this little guy. He did grab a mantle, so his last hitting power is pretty decent. I think he got that one. I just got lucky on that one. He's probably going for a Diabolic Edict Harass here. That was very good. I still don't have my bottle yet, so he's probably checked my items and says, oh god, he doesn't have any regen. So at the very least, I'll do a little bit of damage there. Okay, I was thinking he would burn to death. So it's actually pretty dangerous once again for me not to, good, that did not jump. Very good for me, that I got last hits, because otherwise I could be pretty much dead right now. I was trying to get that last hit with my dual breath, but it did not work out, so I'm just going to go check the rune really quick as our creeps clash.
Freeze and burn.
Now, runes are allowed is a little bit of a weird situation in some ways. At high levels, you guys saw how hard I dominated Twisco. In a 1v1 situation, it's not very typical that runes are allowed, and the reason for that is because you can pretty much win a matchup alone just by getting more runes. Like in some matchups, if you don't get the runes, then yeah, it's pretty much over. I should have really gotten that last hit, but I ended up getting the first bottle charge, which is great for me. The reason he's asking, guys, is because if you're playing very seriously, that kind of stuff is actually asked. I think he must have had an invisibility. I didn't think about the 2-minute rune. But he ends up picking it up. I'm actually just going to skip Ice Path, I think. I'm going to try to keep my illusions alive, though, because they will help me last hit. Oops. Kind of a mistake from him right there. I might be able to get a kill here. Nope, not going to be able to. Close, though. Very, very close. I don't know, that saved him. I'd be really surprised. So he's got smart positioning there. Ooh, see, I might die now. Ooh, nope. Alright, we have a rune spawning in 10 seconds. I'm gonna wait to see what's going on based on runes alone. See, he wants to rune control, I want to rune control. Able to grab that at least. I probably can't fight him. Ooh, yep, it is top. Will I grab it or will he stun me? I did that perfectly, so what I basically did there, I stayed on the outside because I knew that he was up on the high ground, so he was very likely to get the stun off. If I was closer to him, it was more likely that he was going to be able to reach out and snag me, so I'm going to bring that to me now. I'm actually going to bring a Tango as well. This is going to give me a little bit more regen. I'm going to be able to dual breath this wave, get that range creep. And now I'm going to basically try to leverage my mana pool here to try to get an advantage. I'm doing pretty well right now. Pretty happy with my performance so far. That's going to be boots. I can do a dual breath on the next wave. I would go up and do a liquid fire on the creep wave here, but didn't want to take any tower shots. My HP is just a little bit too low for that. So with my regen rune, which is a really good bottle, as you can see so far, mostly just outlaning him just because I have so many runes. Oh god, what is he hitting really hard all of a sudden? That was weird. Alright, gonna eat one of my tangos. Probably gonna get my wand next. Boot's pretty important to help rune control, as well as just good positioning. Yeah, he's actually got a smoke, a little interesting. And despite him having generally good abilities, my last hitting has been quite good, so I'm going to bring my magic wand now. We have a rune spawning in 15, so I'm going to want to clear the creep wave once again. Popping the bottle up. I'm kind of hoping to get last hits off. There's the rune spawning. I'll just see. I got my wand. He might be on the high ground, and it's actually not going to be there. So yeah, I just saw him down there. So he's going to grab the item. He's going to grab the rune for sure. Or is he? Actually has not snagged it quite yet. Clear that creep wave, or at least do some AoE. I might just let him get this one. Oh, he's still there. Seriously? Can't believe it. Alright, so we're going to push that creep wave. I'm going to go snag the rune. In some ways, it's bad for me to go because I'm missing the creep spawns a little bit. But he could have grabbed that if he really wanted to. He scouted that out. He realized I did not have it, so and he made the decision to just not grab it. So not quite sure what he's thinking there, but once again, Bottle doing some good work. Every time he does a nuke to me, it doesn't really affect me a whole lot. I'm just going to do some AoE. Making sure to get the last hits if possible. Last hits making all the difference here. Any denies that I can get on him are great as well. I'm going to probably spawn my illusion in about 20 seconds here. When that's going to allow me to do is that's going to allow me to scout out where the next rune goes, so I can send one of those. Once again, using the dual breath to get the last hits. Too far.
Shall we? After you. Doubly so. Ice and fire.
Accidentally hotkeyed that one. Bottle continuing. And if I can get the dual breath off on him, that's also a big deal. Looks like I keep missing it, but that's okay. Alright, and he is still mid. He's actually scouting things out with Courier, and he's still not going for it. I'm not really sure why he's doing that, but we will find out. I'm going to send that just to get vision in case he's coming. And I'm going to snag that again. I'm going to grab a Basilius now, because I'm going to try to push a little bit more. It's not going to make a giant impact, because he can just AoE nuke the creep down, but once again, every time I go aggressive, he backs up because he fears the dual breath, so just going to try to put some damage on him if possible. Missed that one. Eating the tango. I might be able to get a kill now with this haste rune. I'll probably wait for another tango to go through. Just going to rely on my auto attacks for a little bit here. Looks like he went for phase boots, which isn't going to help him against haste rune. I'm actually going to try to sneak around the back, see if I can get a kill here. It's not something that's very likely to happen, but oh, phase boots so fast. He flies faster than my dual breath goes. Pretty funny.
Your top tower is under attack.
Take that.
Run away! Took more damage than I needed to there, that's for sure. And we'll have another respawn shortly. I'm actually have to bring myself a salve now, I think. Just my HP's a little too low. I lost quite a bit there because of that. And I keep letting him go! Go! Yeah! Traded. Alright, cool. So he did get first blood, so he got 200 gold from that, but I also got the kill. He got experience though, which is a problem for me, but biggest mistake that was made there by me. I didn't have liquid fire ready. That would have reduced his attack speed by quite a bit. He was basically opting for more of a diabolic edict build. It seems like I can't actually tell which skill build he maxed out first, but I'm gonna get the respawn here. So I'm going to get to the lane a little bit faster, so I will do that now. So I'm going to get like 5 seconds more laning time than he would have, which is okay. Not that amazing because of the catapult being alive, but that's okay. One problem with dual breath is it doesn't have 2 easy chunks of damage, so sometimes you just get unlucky. That one actually jumped to me, which is frustrating, but now once again, looks like he's going lots of null talismans. Gives him big mana pool there. Not necessarily missed it. Lame. So he gets a lot of mana pool, and good base damage as well. Both very, very good things.
Your top tower is under attack.
Trying to like out juke him here, but he's playing very smart. Alright, there's probably a rune actually, now that I think about it. We've both been dead a while, so I'm gonna go check for one of those. And I'm gonna luck out on a double damage. It's gonna allow me to last it pretty well, but even still, we're still kind of at a stalemate here. So I'll probably wait like 2 more minutes here, and if things are about even, I'll probably end up just... probably just calling, checking CS and then calling it pretty even. We've both done pretty well so far, so... Alright, I think this is finally a chance to do a little bit of tower damage at least. My double damage, so... He may chase this looking for a... an opportunity, but yeah, he's not going to get it. I think even buying something like a phase boots would be good, just to counteract his phase boots. It's the only reason I'm purchasing it. He already showed that he's pretty capable here. And with the nighttime coming, pop the salve. My phase boots. I am getting a lot of runes. Did he sell his bottle? Accidentally, I messed up one bottle charge, but that's okay. That's ridiculous. He can literally outrun my dual breath. Actually ran into the dual breath there. Pretty good mistake.
Shall we? After you.
Could have maybe dove him there. It's a possibility. Just like how I want to push right now while I still have the haste up for like just a little bit more time. Alright, here we go.
Ice and fire.
Just a little bit of tower damage. And that's a kill. Alright, he's not ready. So you basically tried to juke there, and what happened was I did the liquid fire and ended up just clearing trees. Looks like one's gonna be bottom, so I think he did pretty well there. I probably should have pushed while he was dead to do some liquid fire damage. I've gotten so many runes. Oh, he's bottle crane, I didn't even notice. I was wondering why he was not going for those runes, because he was just bottle crowing. But that's okay, I think that makes it a lot more fair. If he's not bottle crowing, he's getting completely screwed over. I wanted to pop my regen. And I didn't get it. He's actually got a Planeswalker's Cloak as well, which is very smart.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Let's go. This full aggression. I had to. The reason I bought back there, guys, that wasn't a rage buyback, is because he probably would have killed my tower if I did not. So that would have been a loss for sure. Dying there was a pretty big mistake, though. I did have a regen. I just needed to be survivable, and I probably should have just tried like something like a dual breath and then just get it over with and get the chase on, pretty much. I'm gonna now be aggressive. Just gonna do a little bit of damage to the tower. I'm gonna trade with it a decent amount here. Alright, next creep wave comes, I'm gonna dual breath it. If I can, whoever takes the tower first, we can declare the winner. How about that? I think it's kind of arbitrary at this point, but I can creep. I can destroy a lot faster than he can on average. So I'm gonna pop my regen now just to be safe. If he's smart, he's gonna make sure I don't heal up to full. And so I'm coming. Close. I was a little tense there. I kind of deserve that for being a little overly aggressive on the And he's bottle crowing again. Let's go see if I can control whatever the rune is.
Yes.
Good, it is top.
We'll use this later. Firebrand.
Clear the creep waves!
Double damage.
Damn it. He was faster.
Fall by my edict.
I'm being too aggressive, so I'm making mistakes. I'm definitely making mistakes. I really wanted to kill his tower, trying to overcommit to it pretty much. And what ends up happening is that he just gets within diabolic edict range. I was just trying to ping and get back out, but that's a huge mistake, so... yeah. Total madness. He might take my tower right now. I do have a glyph, so I can probably survive one diabolic edict round. But the problem with him bottle crowing like that, his mana's actually getting low now, which I now notice. But the problem with the bottle crowing is that he can basically constantly have a mana pool. He can clear the wave. I can clear the wave as well. He's actually probably going to get this. Yeah, he is going to. So I think he's going to officially take the win. Officially take the win, which he deserves. I was way over aggressive for sure. I was definitely way over aggressive. He forced a buyback on me as well, which I needed to do. And at this point, now that he has his hood, this is similar to what I did against Twisco. I said, look, that's all. If I have a hood, man, there's not a whole lot you can do against me. And it's kind of the same situation. I can reduce his attack speed by a lot with the liquid fire. And now I kind of want to fight on my creeps because
Ice advances.
let's fight him. Oh my god, he's gonna survive. Damn it, that sucks. Almost got him. I was really close. I think at this point, things start getting really weird, because at this point I would say, okay, he's got a hood. I need physical damage. So then I would say, let's get a, oh my god, he got a regen.
Share my torment.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
I think if I didn't Rambo on the tower twice, it would have been fine. Yeah. True facts. True facts. Alright, Dami officially wins. In my heart, I feel like I was winning and then I played stupid, so that almost feels like a win. But I think that's pretty fair, so.
Your middle tower has fallen. Your
Alright, let's talk.
tower has fallen.
Not that Leshrac isn't a real solo mid, but Jakiro is not a typical solo. I personally think Leshrac is a stronger solo mid in my opinion, but Jakiro's not bad either because he's very good at pushing with liquid fire. And once you get the mana regen up a little bit with just a bottle like I did this game, dual breath like crazy, just clear the creep wave, use liquid fire for that as well. I disagree. Lesh with the lightning bolt on max is the way to go. You can imba farm like crazy with lightning bolt, something that I couldn't do with the dual breath. Once again, the dual breath blasts were separated, and there was some damage over time. So he basically could have just absolutely like stopped the creep every time. The range creep, I would have had to hit the range creep and then dual breath to get the last hit. So yeah, exactly. I made the same decision. I went for a Hood of Defiance as well. So look, yeah, it looks like he has a bunch of stat levels actually. Yeah, so, alright, anything else? Let's see. Any last words before I close out the video? On the lane match. Jakiro does cut trees. It's true facts. So no juking by Dami. I would like to highlight... Fuck my tree. Can't fog war, yes. Okay, unclose, nah. Alright, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this is a lot more informative than the previous video. This is kind of what I intended, but I didn't really plan it out well the first time, so I apologize for the people that criticized that video. I think you guys criticized it for good reason. It wasn't very constructive. And hopefully this is going to give you guys a lot more insight. You saw the noob matchup, them making bad item decisions, and then you saw the better matchup with both of us making good item decisions. I got the early game advantage. I think I probably, hypothetically, just won because I got a lot more runes. He just did Bottle Croin instead. It's a trade-off there. He gets more EXP. I get the benefit of having things like double damages or haste or regens and things like that. And some of those regens are very nice. So I think that's about it. Let me know what you guys want to see for the matchup. I'm going to try doing this more regularly. We'll possibly do more typical solo mids, probably, and then match things up like that. So typical solo mids in the future, but I just wanted to start off with some random heroes, so these are the ones that we picked. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you want to see more content, subscribe. You'll be getting updates and things like that. If you want to watch some of the pro games that I cast live on my live stream, go follow me on Facebook or Twitter. I always post links. Or, of course, you can follow me on my stream. Also, go check out my website. If you guys haven't seen it yet, purgegamers.com. Just a giant conglomeration of my guide and my videos and my stream embeds and my everything. It's all in one place. That is nice and easy to find things, so go check out my website. I appreciate that, and I think that's it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.